Just want to be sure stop playing in the background. No, it isn't. Okay. So let's get into business this evening. I hope that welcome, Joseph. I hope that you were following and you were listening and at those videos. You see, sometimes people think, okay, the training hasn't started yet, so but trust me, those videos, they are trainings by themselves. They have great messages. I think one of these days we would do a training where we would just dissect those videos, play one video and take the messages from in it, the learnings from it, and go to the next one and the next one and the next one because they are filled, they are loaded. Okay, and you want to each time you come for trainings and you see these videos rolling, just listen to them. You will get sometimes you get even greater message from the videos than sometimes even the other part of the session. Okay, that Bree or Brew 79, welcome. All right, so welcome everyone. Welcome Dr. D. I believe that Dorcas from the DRC said them. Welcome Victor. Welcome. So welcome everyone. All right. So we all know why we are here this evening. This evening, let's have a conversation. All right. And I would want to open up the microphone and so that we can have a conversation and you can speak. The only thing is that people come into the meeting with their microphones on and they don't realize that many times and they disrupt the meeting, for everybody. And so we are constrained many times to just keep it muted until at some point then we can open it up. But maybe I begin the conversation. Tonight, let me share. Tonight, we are having a conversation around back to the basics. Back to the basics. So I type in the platform in the chat now, basics. Please type in, let me know you are here and you are with us. You're not just connected, but you are with us. Okay, so put in the chat right now that what did I say? Put in basics. Yes, back to basics. Just put in basics. Okay, so that's where we're going. We have been around everywhere. We have been, into some deep waters. We have been into some high mountains. We have been into some valleys, but back to the basics. That's what we want to do tonight. I mean, in fact, it's a conversation that is just beginning. We're going to do it for about 4 to 5 weeks and getting our fundamentals right. Okay, because the fundamental that build this gut backup business are what we are going to talk about. And let's start with, okay, so let's look at them. What are they? What are the basics? What are the fundamentals? What are the pillars that are responsible to hold you up in this business for success? Number one is understanding your service. And what is the service? The gut backup service. Understanding your service or your product. And in this case, is the service of gut backup. Okay. how it works, what it can do, the tools, the features. We need to understand that. And we need to, for you to understand that, for us to understand that, we need to install it. We need to use it. So that's the first thing. It's a big mistake if you are on this call tonight and you do not have your God Backup service or your God Backup app installed. I mean, you I don't think there is anyone on this call that do not know what God Backup is. Okay. I just joined this thing. I don't know what it's all about. I don't want to think so. But just in case that is the case, God Backup is a cloud service, is a cloud backup service, is a cloud-based, um, not just backup, but also storage. All right, is a warehouse you have in the cloud. Okay, and if you have a warehouse where you can keep all your stuff, okay, to safeguard them, or just in case for rain, for sun, and for theft, would you keep them outside? No, you won't. You will keep it in the warehouse. In this case, you have a big warehouse, all right, in the cloud. Everyone here, I believe, has a warehouse in the cloud. You know how big it is? It is about um, it is 6 terabytes. Okay, so it's about um, probably as big as I want to give a location that we can just identify with. Maybe some big school auditorium. All right. And you can imagine a lot of stuff can go in there. All the chairs in a different classroom, the desk, and other stuff can all go into the auditorium if that kind of thing, if that was a warehouse. So in our case, we have a big warehouse, 6 terabyte, big, huge, okay, where we can keep all our stuff. Imagine we were not keeping them there. And you have your chairs outside, your tables outside, beds, and a number of things, and you have a disaster, you have a flood, you have some other things that happen, and it damaged your equipment. Maybe you have your TV outside, lightning came, struck it, and a number of things. You lost your digital, your electronic stuff. Why? Because you didn't safeguard them. Now, we have some digital assets, okay? We have valuable pictures, videos, audios, documents, which we are just playing around with. We just have them, keeping them on our computer. For now, it's okay, but it is not safe, okay? So you need to have your document safe and secure, all right? And so how many of you know safe and secure are two different things, okay? And just in case some are confused about it, let me break it down this way. And our warehouse is safe and secure. All right, so I will use this analogy to explain safe and secure. You have, let's use a car, okay? A car has something on it called, okay, so I talk about safe has to do with safety, okay? So a car, almost every car, I think, has has a seat belt, has airbag. Okay, those things are put in the car for safety. Okay, so just in case something happened, you are safe. Many people have been saved by the airbag in the car, by the seat belt, you know, when there's an accident. So that is about safety. And you also have a lock on the on the on the car. Your lock is not about safety, it's about security. You have an alarm on the car, alarm system on the car. If there's a problem, you can activate that alarm. Or if someone tries to enter the car without your permission, that will alarm. That is about security. Clear? So safety and security. GOT backup is safe and is secure. So we can keep all our valuables, digital valuables there. I know if we have to check people's warehouse right now, some of it will be empty, or just little stuff in it. Why? You have a huge warehouse. Why just little? Now, if something happens, all right, and there's a theft case, theft situation, you lose your computer, all right, like has happened many times to people. Someone on this project, car got burglarized. Okay, just before he joined GOT backup, and he lost his laptop that had a lot of stuff on it, company stuff, confidential stuff, very important stuff, agreements, project stuff. They lost everything. And till today, they said they haven't gotten over that. Now, don't let that be you, because imagine you have your warehouse, you have this safe place, and you did not keep those things on the safe place, which is up in the cloud, okay? And something happens to your gadget. You may not forgive yourself. So to start with, use the service. But for you to use the service, you have to understand the service, okay? So we will, let me see if I can go to the next slide. Oh, okay. So we have GOT backup. We obviously we will go into bits and pieces of the circle. We will have some circle movement, but we are in no way going to exhaust going back to basics today. Even the next time we meet will not be able to, because under each of them there are a lot of different subsections, stuff that we need to understand, and techniques, strategies, and all of these, they're all part of skills, as we go around. So number one, as we said, is GOT backup. And we, first of all, besides using the service, okay, tonight I don't have many slides, but one slide we can talk for about 2 hours on it, but we're not going to do that. That's why the series is starting, because we are going to go through and the basics, and remind ourselves, and go to part one of it, and then we take it to the next level, and then to the next level, until we can jump into something else. Then at some point in time later, we definitely will go back to the basics again. It always refreshing to come back to the basics and try to do things properly. Okay, so we need to know what we have, guys. we don't have time to go into that. There's another presentation that talked about um, the cloud storage, what God Backup is for us. But remember, God Backup is just one of the babies of GVO, Global Virtual Opportunities. And if you are on this call and you are hearing this for the first time, I'm wondering, where have you been? Okay, GVO, please, leaving tonight, you should know what GVO is. GVO is the mother of God Backup. Is the Okay? So let's put it this way. OneDrive. Okay, Microsoft also have OneDrive. It is to Microsoft. Google One, it is to Google. iCloud is to Apple. God Backup is to GVO. Got it? That's very simple, right? So if you're on this call, you don't get confused. What's GVO? What is GVO? That's the mother of God Backup. They developed God Backup. All right. It came out of a great need. The need was the situation created the need. The need created the other things, the the business side, the module, okay? And that's why we are moving with this today. But God Backup is just one of the products or the service of GVO. And do you know that we can benefit, we can also profit from all the other services and products of GVO, not just backup, not just God Backup? We can, all right? Probably on another day, we will be talking about it. But we have something very precious, folks. And you may have spoken to a few people that said no to you. Don't allow that to define, to um, you know, to describe what you have. Because if you spoke to 5 people and they all say no, you will devalue what you have. Maybe they are not the right 5 people, but are there? Just keep asking yourself, are there people that need cloud storage? Yes. Are there people losing their precious data daily, their videos, their pictures, their audios, and all of that because they lost their phone or their computer got damaged? The answer is yes. So the service we have in our hands is valuable. All right, is needed. We just need to go and meet the right people. So that takes us to the next part. God Backup service or God Backup is not for trees. It's not for animals. It's for people. So we can do, there is no way, especially when it comes to building the business, when it comes to being an ambassador, being a strategic partner, being an affiliate, all of that still mean they just come to one thing. What that means is you are helping to run with the vision of God Backup or GVO. What is the vision in that case? It is to impact, to touch the word, and give them the best value, which is God Backup when it comes to cloud storage. They say we want to meet first milestone or first big milestone is to hit 1 million people. Okay, there's some smaller ones there, still climbing, but can you imagine the time when God Backup hits 1 million people? What is going to be in 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years. Can you imagine your share, your benefits, your um, results, what that could be? And you're like, what, that time? That's so long of a time. Guys, yes, it sounds very long. There are a lot of businesses today that are striving, that are booming. They're about 30, they're about 3 decades, 4 decades, 5 decades old. The other day, um, forget about the shameful part of what had happened. That was the KFC, whatever happened here in Ghana. But KFC was celebrating, I think, 50th anniversary. Is that not the case? All right. And very successful now. But did you ask the first 2 years, 3 years of that entity? Well, how great was it? I mean, about Alibaba. It's so great, big. It's a conglomerate right now. Everybody knows that. Do you know the first 2, 3, 4, 5 years of those groups, how they were, whether they were so profitable? No, they were not. But today, people see how big it is. Oh my God, look at Microsoft. Oh my God. Ask Bill Gates. Ask Bill Gates. You may not be able to meet him in your lifetime and our lifetime, probably, but thank God for the internet. Thank God for ChatGPT. Thank God for books where we can see the startup of those big guys. Okay, so let's appreciate this. All right, it's going to grow. We have the opportunity to build it. Imagine when Microsoft started with Google, with Microsoft Office and all that, and they say, hey guys, we're going to use your friends and family to build this, and we will put in a commercial model that you can profit from. Well, there would have been people that would say, no, I'm not interested. But imagine those that would have taken it, what they could be right now. Billionaires. Billionaires. Okay? But they didn't go with that model. All right? Just like the Facebook thing. When he started it, he called some friends. They said, no, this is not going to go anywhere. Some of them listen. And where are those guys that listen with right now? They are with him. They're also billionaires. Okay, so that's how it is. We need to be patient with some things. It is some delayed gratification, but there is a gratification. It may be delayed, but there is. We just need to be patient. All right. So now we need to get this to the world. So who do we, how will the word hear about this? Who in the world, what in the world? And it's people. So people is what we need to talk to about this if you are a strategic partner. If you're just using the product as a customer, then just make sure you learn how to use it. You use it properly. You ask questions. I want to encourage all of us that on the pages where we have, we have strategic partner groups, and then we have product or service user mainly. But if you're a strategic partner, also be in service, because that's your area as well. You need to know you use the service and then you're a strategic partner. It is possible for a person to be in a service group and not be in part of strategic partners group. It's possible. But for strategic partners, you are encouraged to also join the service group, because whatever thing is there is going to be put there, it will concern you. So I want to encourage us to ask questions in that group on that page. And you say, I'm having a problem with this thing. I'm not able to upload my file. I had this challenge. I did this and this. Please, because that's how you will learn, and that's how that can also help others as well. Then we'll know the topic, the modules to deal with, or with that. Them may not have to be a training regular when how to call it, regular Monday training to do something. It could be a video could be done 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, and then that can be explained. And you will, oh, okay, now I know how to do that. So if you don't and you are not using your product effectively, then you can't blame anyone, guys. We have promised on this project, the leaders that are on this call, I believe they have promised some of the downlines. We always do that. Hey, you will get the support. You come in, just plug into the system, and you can bear us witness. We have kept to that. We've done our best to make sure. Sometimes it's inconvenient. I'm telling you, to be able to do this, but we have to do it. Why? We promised people, and we said they will get the support. So we are committed to that. But if you are not benefiting from it and you need some help, you have to say it, because this is your business. This is your, I'm speaking to the strategic partners on this, okay? GOTBACKUP is a service and is also a business. It's a model, all right? So if you want to succeed in it, there are some activities that you have to do. That's the only way the success will come. If you just want to enjoy the product at the moment, no problem, you can do that. Then don't complain, all right? So be committed to the trainings, be part of it, be involved in it, ask questions, and then it will help you understand the product better. And when you understand the product better, trust me, guys, it is easier to talk to people, to share it. All right. So sometimes you just need to share it. You're like, how are you managing? I see you take a lot of pictures. How do you? Well, I delete. Oh, really? You can just take your phone and show. Well, I have something called GOTBACKUP. It's a cloud warehouse. It's up in the cloud. I just put all my stuff in it. It's 6 terabytes of cloud space. Like, wow. It's easier to share. Sometimes it's just a conversation, and that's all that is required. Okay. So we need to talk to people. Who are the people? Our friends, our family, our colleagues, our church mates, church members, our club members, our classmates, our course mates. And there's so many people out there to talk to, because that's the only way. Without, so if we're going into circles, so we're going clockwise. So GOTBACKUP, number 1, people, number 2. If you jump over people, everything else is zero. It's not possible. All right, because everything we do on this project, they center around number 2. All right, it's number 2. So for us to do invitation, we have to identify people, because we have to give the invitations to people. All right. So and are we short of people? We are not. There's no shortage of people in the world. There is no shortage of people around you. All right. We just need to know how to connect with people and start a conversation. So we will be looking at all of that. We just going through it just on the surface for now. So understand, it's people, and People need their data secure. They need their data safe. And we have the best deal for that to happen. Now, how will people understand what we are sharing? We have to invite them. When we invite them, there is something called presentation. We fortunately, guys, on this team, we are so fortunate. There are other teams in GOTBACKUP that do not have the, the luxury of regular presentation. All right, they have to wait for a particular presentation, or they feed on some videos that were done and stuff like that. We have live stream every time regularly. Okay, and we have the channels there that also have some of the stuff that you can benefit from. We'll be dropping some short videos and some things that there's a closing video, or a video that was I just did, and that video can help. Also, if you haven't invited someone and they have come to our presentation, that video can clarify for them. We'll be making a lot more of those videos. So you have to invite the person. I don't know how we expect to make commissions on the project if we do not invite people. Okay. Invitation can start with a conversation, always. All right. Some of you use social media a lot. Yes, I know people do get leads from social media, but it's general. Sometimes we want to be personal with it. We want to be direct. You want to hit someone up, and we need to start looking at, people, friends that we haven't seen, heard about in a while, and send them a hi and build something. All right. And after you have reconnected, then you can, hey, what are you doing now? They probably will say, oh, okay, I'm into this. I mean, just recently I got someone like that. I re-engage someone or reconnected with someone and got them, to see they were outside Accra for a while. Okay, what are you doing there? And they told me about what they're doing. What about you? Well, I do a few things. I'm on also this cloud project, in Accra, and also some other outside Accra, outside Ghana, building it around there. And then where they were, I was like, would you want to have a look at it? Probably you can be a focal point of this where you are. And like, sure, why not? It's a conversation. And that brought an invitation. Now, what next after that? The person has to be presented to, either by you or by the system. Okay, so we have a system. We have regular presentations. So you can give them. We have a webinar at this time. So now we have several webinars, so you can choose what is good for you, midweek or weekends. All right, or if a person cannot, and then that's why you can presentations right now, not difficult. All right, you can present to them, or you can send them some very good selected video or presentation, one of your best, that your favorite, and share it with them. All right, and they can have a look at it and say, if you're interested in that, I mean, after you have watched that, just let me know, and we'll talk about the next level. There's this video which I found, we played it all the time, but we play it in presentation, and that is imagine this. Remember, that 60-minute video? It's not 60 minutes. I think it's about 2 minutes something, but it's very effective. That video summarizes everything. It talked about the need. It talked about the solution. It talked about the business, the opportunity and everything. Of course, not in detail, but it gives, oh, okay. So the next level can be a presentation, a full presentation you can send someone. I think we'll put that on the team page. And for Coppersmith, There's a challenge I know with the on the community. You probably have seen by now. There's a challenge, and uh, WhatsApp suspended their account, you know, um, momentarily. So for the next 24 hours, I think that's going to be resolved. I think they suspected spam. They thought it was spam. So they in multiple messages was repeated, and at some point in the different groups, they they um they intervene, all right, but the intervention wasn't in our favor, but the admin had requested, so that had appealed, and they were restored that um back to normalcy, I think tomorrow, so within 24 hours. So sorry for the inconvenience on that page, but regular service will resume, God willing, tomorrow. Okay, so on your small team pages, leaders, please share some of the stuff once you receive them, and then once the page is back, and then we will continue from there. So we have presentation, guys. I think we need to take our presentations much seriously. We need to get more involved in it. We need to be intentional about our presentations. We have a virtual capacity of about 50. Okay, for our team, we see that. Why can't we fill the 50 chairs? If each of us, how many people on this call tonight? See, um, I can't see. All right, about 20. All right. So probably um that are following live. I mean, I know people will come later and then watch this. I know the page, the community that was shut down has affected, you know, I some the attendance. I want to think so as well. And but we need to be intentional about presentation, because that's the only way the people will get to know about what we're talking about, what we're sharing. All right. Without presentation, we cannot get it to the world. All right. So it is so important. We are not going to go into presentation tonight. Presentation has different parts, and how to personally do it. We probably will talk about it as well in other um, episodes. Okay. Then, so we need promise, guys, especially those on this call, that we will find at least 3 prospects on the next presentation day, which is on Wednesday. We also try to do on Sunday as well. Okay, so please get 3 people that you will make minimum. You can, if you bring 5, 6, 7, fantastic, because the more people we get to know the project, to see this, the better our chance, all right, in getting reaching out or building our team. So let's be intentional about it. Between today, tomorrow, let's start looking who, go through, scan through, and speak to the neighbor, speak to your colleague that you haven't spoken to before. Have the conversation about cloud storage, about this new thing that is being, that is happening, and this is the prospect of this is really good. Talk about it and invite them to our webinar. You have it. So let's fill up the hall, the capacity that we have as a team. All right. Each one on this call, if you are a leader, make sure you have your 3, all right, and make sure the one who has come, let's personally reach out to them and have a conversation. I will be calling, some people, between now and tomorrow and Wednesday and stuff like that, to re-engage them. All right. And what are their expectations? How can we help them? What to show them what they need to do and how to go about it. Okay, it's very, very important. But let's be intentional about getting people, about inviting people, okay? Yeah, inviting people to our presentation. Oh, you see it? So it 3, 2, 4. Inviting people to presentation. All right, we need to do that. Now, 5. 5, a couple of weeks ago, we had some brilliant sessions on follow-ups. Brilliant session. Reverend Bijou did a session few weeks ago, and it was repeated. I think last week or 2 weeks ago, and it was led by Dr. Hansen. Fantastic, and people like, wow, this is good. This is good. We need to follow up. We need to follow up because the success, the wealth, the value, the whatever it is in follow up. If we don't follow up properly, we will miss all the hard work. The getting to know people, inviting them, the presentation, and we are guilty of that. I think let's step up our follow up. We're going to talk about this more. There are different ways in which we can follow up. We try to make it much easier. We did something, so a video on that. We will also share on the platform that can help, because sometimes we either forget, or sometimes we are shy to follow up with the people that we have invited. All right, so the video can help us, and just send that video, and like it's a follow-up video, and we still need to follow up on that video we have sent, so it's still part of it. Then when the follow-up happens, we have to close the deal. We have many sales that are open. We don't know whether they're coming. We don't know when. We don't know how. No time frame. They may have some questions. So nothing. Okay. We have to close it. If they say next week, next next month, no problem. Let's leave it. We are also, there's a strategy which we have been talking about for some time now, a few months, and we think we should implement it on the closing, to try to close some of those deals. The closing, the strategy is, in GOTBACKUP, we have different ways of entries. Okay, we have, I'm talking about the packages. We have different packages, and when it comes to payment, we go in for the yearly pack, and the yearly pack is the most attractive and is most beneficial, and is relative, and is less headache, because in our environment, in our system, in our culture, we're not too used to credit cards system regularly, where it can just be deducted from source and we don't even think about it. So we pay. You just want the one who you're coming in to just have that long term, at least for 1 year. He is committed to using the service and benefit from the model, the business model as well. So it's better. And also, when you buy the coming with the 1 year subscription, you save 2 months. Okay, I believe you know that. So the headache of every month you have to renew, especially many people are not used to that. It's a problem for many people, so they go in for that. But there is another part that we're missing. So we want to close as many sales, as many deals as we can. If a person really wants to do this, but getting 1,500 Ghana cedis plus minus or $120 right away is a difficulty, but they really want to do it and they are committed to it, then let's find other ways. We have the monthly package. Now, originally, from besides this part of the word, when GOTBACKUP was set up, GOTBACKUP was set up with that system in place of monthly payments, just like some of the other cloud service. That's what they started with, and then they started doing yearly, and then because yearly, you know, the company also is much. I mean, they have people have committed for a year, so it is better working with that kind of commitment than just small commitment yearly, monthly. But on that side, they are more committed to it because many of the subscriptions people have abroad is monthly because every month is taken from source. They don't feel it. They don't. It's not a hustle. On our part of the world, it is a hustle. Sometimes people are not even used to, oh, they have deducted this from my account. It's a problem. So, however, we are letting off a lot of fish from the net because we are sticking and we are only considering yearly subscription, whereas some people can get started with at $30 and then pay $10 every month. All right. Now, we have spoken to some people 2 months ago, 5 months ago, 10 months ago, a year ago, still they haven't joined. They've been looking for the money. Now, if those people like, oh no, come with your 120. If those people had come with their $30 and pay monthly, some of them would not mind. Okay, so we didn't want to do it because it also has some headache. Let me tell you first, okay? And it has its challenges, but we will have a system in place where we think to close many of those hanging fruits, all right, or get those hanging fruits, we need to go that way. Okay, it's a strategy. So why $30? Like, why $30? Okay, the monthly subscription is $99.97. Let's call it $10. Okay, so $10. That's the first month. The affiliate fee, which is the strategic partnership fee, is $20 a month, a year. Sorry, $20. So for that one, it can be split. It is upfront. So $20 for strategic fee, and then the $10 for the first month. It makes it $30. So someone can get started with $30. Just multiply that by 12 point something. You will know what the CD equivalent is. They can easily get that. And once they get that, now we look at the rest of the month. The next month is $10. $10 is about 120 or so Ghana cedis. Many people will say, okay, that's easy for me, but I don't want to cough out 1,500 right away. It's understandable. For some, others would just prefer that. So let's change the strategy. Different strokes for different folks. All right, probably will help us close some of these deals. So we have to close, not just present, some follow up, and we leave out the closing. Let's close. All right. If they are not ready for the yearly, okay, let's give them. Actually, I call it the student package. All right. So you make it look a bit small, a bit student package. But however, and why student? Because students might be depending on allowances from their parents or guardians, so they can afford to, and they want the service, and they can use that, and they can get on board, and they can build. And the truth is, guess what? When you sign up on the monthly package, you get everything that the person who signs up on the yearly package gets. The same ranking, you can become silver, gold, plat, same monthly, whatever you, just the only thing is you have to be active. You can't go off because, you know, oh, I forgot last month. No, no, no. Don't, you have to be very regular and have it. So you need to monitor it. The one who brought you in will help you monitor it. So it's work for people, guys. But I mean, if we are ready to do the work, then let's close those sales. All right, it just makes sense. And then what will all of that lead to? Impact. It will lead to impact. We will be making impact. Now, because if we get people to get their data secured, get their data up in the warehouse, safe, all right, you're making impact. If you get people to make some extra money, we're making impact. Okay, so impact is very, very is a result of all of this. The other result that comes from impact, from all of the previous ones we besides the impact, is money. And coming back, digress just for a couple of minutes. The people who are coming in with a $30, getting started with $30, guess what? If they talk to a friend, talk to a colleague that can sign up with even one sign up, if they get one sign up on a yearly package, guess what? They would have earned more than what they even started with from one sign up, because it's $50. You started with $30. So can you see? So it is possible, especially for people who also want to benefit from the affiliate program. Let's help them. Let's do that. Let's make that impact. Okay. Then of course, money is another result we will get from all of this, because we will earn. You have 10 people on a project in a month, that's $500 in a month. $500 is about 6,000 Ghana cedis. Tell me, guys, there are some people who are not even making that as a salary on this call. All right? If you listen to me, some may not be. I know some make 2, 3, 4 times that. All right, but it doesn't hurt, because 6,000 cedis in a month can help do a lot of things, can help pay a lot of bills. So we also can make part of the result is not just impact, it's also money, it's earning. And this is just a small part. We have seen in a number of our presentations some commissions, some earnings from strategic partners on this project. Some have earned 2,000, 1,005, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. Now, even if it's not in one go, if in your 6 months or 7 months in the business and you earn 2,000, how much did you spend? $120. You're 2 years in the business and you earn 2,000 or 1,000. How much did you spend to start the project? 120. Right. So you see, either way is win-win. Besides getting your using the service which is benefiting you, you have the opportunity to make some income. And I haven't seen many. Maybe there are some of them, a lot of them out there, but I haven't seen many of them. Opportunity that can allow us, all right, to start a business with that low capital and can make that business global almost instantly. Think about it, guys. Do you know this project allows us to do that? You are here or wherever you are, and you have a cousin abroad, and you speak to that cousin about this, and oh, I like it, I'm coming on board, and that person gets on board. You have your business in that country. This is how it is. This is how many businesses and opportunities do we have that can do that? So let's think about it. Let's take what we have much more seriously. Got backup activities for success. That is the movement, cyclical movement of it. Got backup service, use it. People, um, invitation. We have to invite the people that we get. I know, like, what about prospecting? Don't worry, it's still part of, because we have to replenish. So it's all part of that presentation. Then we have to follow up. We have to close the deal. Then we make impact. We make money. Then guess what? We duplicate, and we have a system that can help us to do. So this will be the part one of a series, back to basics, or back to the basics, guys. We don't want to spend too much time, but have um, let's take this much more seriously. I want to open up the microphone and make it active right now, so that we can, if there are questions, we can ask those questions, and we can see if we can get some solutions. Yeah, thank you for your feedback. Thank you for your reactions. So I think you are allowed to unmute now, participants. You can unmute if you have a question. We will find a time, probably next week, under Know Your Service. There have been a lot of concerns on, especially people who have earned money, some commission in Got Backup. They have had, oh, my pay quicker, and how can the processes will show you. Was able to get, one of our accounts and follow the process, so people can understand how it works. And so there have been a lot of confusion about it. There have been a lot of challenges about it. And sometimes we think we're doing the right thing, but we are not. Okay. And so we will bring some clarity around there and a few other areas. And it will fall under Know Your Service, or using the service. Okay. So I want to say a big thank you. If you have a question, you have thank you so much, Boss Calvin. All right, thank you, Ben. You can unmute if you have an intervention. You have anything to say, you can unmute. Guys, we're CEO on this project. So just a minute or so before we close the meeting and call it a night or a day, whatever. But we are gearing up towards Wednesday. Let's do this. Let's put everything together on Wednesday. Let us make Wednesday midweek presentation, or even Sunday, because sometimes some people are not available on Wednesday midweek because of some other engagement. We have made ourselves available to still present to your audience, to your guests, all right, on Sunday evening at 7 p.m. So choose Wednesday at 8 as well. We have the world, all right, to send this message to. Let's make use of it, guys. So keep your eyes and ears open on the page. Something will be coming to you very soon. Something is cooking. Something big is cooking. And when you see it, you will know and say, oh, I see. Something big is cooking under GVO. All right? It is going to explode the world. I can tell you this for sure. So speak. I think there will be some leadership meeting, and then some information will be given out, but you should speak to your leader that you want to get that information, and just ask them. If they say, oh, I don't have it yet, then wait, but they will have the information. It is so, now, what can I let out? You will need to sign. Have you heard about something called NDA? It means non-disclosure agreement. That's how serious it is. For you to even know what is going to be told, you need to sign an NDA. And we'll be giving some details around that. But keep your eyes and your ears on your pages. Guys, stick to this. Let's do this. Let's go the whole 9 yards with this. So until then, I want to say a big thank you for your time, fellow CEO, and let me play this video before we close. Thank you very much. And this video will be available on our training channels that we have open for this. So it will be, you can also share with your team, or you can go back and then refer to it. But if you're not on, if you haven't subscribed to those channels, especially the Legacy C channel, the Coppersmith YouTube channel, guys, come on. It doesn't take anything for you to do that. It takes a lot for us to create and put content. But for you, it's just to go and watch and share, like, and subscribe. So can you please do that when you see those pages, those things shared? Just go and do it. Just make it takes two minutes to go do that. 2-3 minutes, okay? And share the content. Some of the contents are so good, really, really, really so good. You can benefit. It can benefit you, and it can benefit your team as well. Okay, so go to the last slide, but that's okay. Let me end this and then put in the closing video. So watch your pages. We will put in a couple of videos there that you can share. You can use for closing, and you can use for some, you know, curiosity, and people will get back to you on that. What is this, and how can I be a part of it? What is it all about? You will get those. Oh, where's the video? Okay, it's here. This is what happens when you don't give up. Zone. Okay, share is right here.
Do you have any kids? I said, no, I don't have any kids. She then asked me if I was married, and then I said, no, ma'am, I am not married. She says, how old are you? I said, 19. May I help you find something? She then says, you are the most beautiful girl I have seen. And I said, oh, thank you. And then she says, I think you could be the next Miss USA. I'm in the Army, okay? We don't do pageants in the Army. She then asked me to meet her at Starbucks the very next day before my next shift at Target. And apparently I was a pretty open-minded 19-year-old, because I actually agreed to meet her the very next day. The next day she brought this foot-tall stack of pageant books and proceeds to convince me to enter into a state pageant. So 3 months later, I compete in my first pageant, and I lose. I go back the second year, compete in the state pageant. I lose. Go back the third year, compete in the state pageant, and lose. Go back the fourth year, compete in the same pageant, and lose. I go back the fifth year, y'all. Compete in the state pageant and lose. But guess what? I go back the sixth year. Guess what happens? I lose. I called her on the phone and said, you told me I could be the next Miss USA. And she says, Deshauna, keep working, don't quit, keep going back. And in June of 2015, she passes away from leukemia. 6 months later, in December 2015, I win Miss District of Columbia, USA. And 6 months after that, in June of 2016, I become the first soldier to win Miss USA. At times, our purpose drops in our laps as if the heavens threw it by accident. I ask only one thing of you all today after you leave this building. Do not fear failure, but please be terrified of regret. Giving up is the birth of regret. After you walk out this door, you will receive 100 doors shut, slam in your face. You will have 100 moments that will be filled with someone telling you no, or telling you, thank you for your application, but we regret to inform you that we've chosen a different candidate for this job. You will sit in 100 different interviews and you will not get the job. The reality of life is that we will all hear more no's than we hear yeses. And we will fail a lot, and I mean a whole lot. But what I ask of you today is to not take no for an answer. Don't be afraid of no's. Be afraid of the possibility of a yes that you have prematurely destroyed because you decided to quit before the clock strikes 12. I love a good no. Please tell me no. Telling me no is like adding fuel to a fire that is now set ablaze because of your single no. So today I challenge you to fight, to work, to not stop here, to believe so heavily in your aspirations that you too will not fear the word no, but instead you will choose to welcome it.
Did you know that Elon Musk only